Did I do it?
It's a brother up north, better than Jordan.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome back to the Break Podcast. Here on this podcast, we acknowledge all athletes who was a star in their city. Today's no different. We got my boy, Smoots. My boy.
Hey, what up? Whoa, let me get back in here.
Come on, fix your camera. There you go. What's up, my boy?
What's up? What's up?
It's been a minute.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother. I don't want to go off tangent. It's good to see you, but can you tell the people your name, where you from, and what high school you went to?
Sure. Gerald Smoots, from the Bay to LA. Been all up and down California. High schools at Tracy High School. I also graduated in Hawthorne High School down in Southern Cal.
Yep.
And ball is life. You already know.
That's a fact. That's a fact, my boy. Listen, I'm gonna jump right into this thing. So, what age did you pick up a basketball, my boy?
I'd have to say probably around the age of 6.
Okay.
I always had an older brother who was out there with his best friends.
Okay.
And I never forget, man, I seen this dude do a 360 layup.
Yeah.
Like from then on, I was like, man, I got to figure this out.
You talking about big brother Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
This fool, I was like, yo, I got to see what he is on.
Yeah. So would you say that's the person that inspired you, that made you want to pick up a ball?
I would say it started there for sure. And then, obviously when you see the adults doing all their dunks, I was always trying to dunk it. So
yeah.
Once I figured that out, that's when it was just, I couldn't even do nothing else other than just put that ball to the hoop.
Yeah. When you realize you had game, like when do you feel like, what age do you feel like you start getting acknowledgement for like basketball? Like, yo, that's Jerry, he hoop, we gotta have him.
I would say probably around the 7th, 8th grade, where it'd be grazing the rim. And then it would be like, the effort and the energy, it always made the game fun. And so when the coaches would come to you and say, listen, we can't win this game unless you're in the game, because of how much effort I was putting toward it. And then I was like, okay, well, I always just thought it was just a game just as fun. But, at the end of the day, when you see those lights flashing, then it becomes a little bit more. And then you start to see that there is a little bit more.
Right. Absolutely. What was, when you moved to Tracy, was freshman year? Was that your first year in Tracy?
I moved to Tracy in the 8th grade. And so, during that time period, we were doing the AAU. That was my first year, 8th grade, and then freshman, then a little bit sophomore.
Okay. Can you tell the people what AAU team you play for?
Man,
we speaking for somebody that's out there, that's somewhere like in New York that hasn't heard of a Jerry Smoots. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm trying to think of our name, man. That MC Hammer team. What was the name of that team?
Tracy Flight.
Tracy Flight. Oh, man.
That's
Flight 33.
Yeah.
So this is a historic team. I mean, like you said, you may not know about it in New York or, any big time areas, but we ran off, easily 23 in a row.
Yeah.
And that team that we traveled with, that was such, that was the love of the game, that brotherhood that we had between both of those basically rival schools coming together and being able to really have something that was, man, we was big in Tracy. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it was good times. Do you remember a memorable game playing AAU? Anything that stick out in your head?
Biggest memory I could think of was one of those summer games where I had dunked. And that was the first dunk that I had ever had. And you sit up there and right there in the moment you think, all right, I'm gonna just lay it up. But then you get up there and the crowd goes wild. Never forget those days. But those summertime days, you never forget those days back in the 80s, back in the 90s, where people used to be together, and there's nothing like an AAU tournament where everybody's there to see these kids have a great time.
It's the best ever. Just that camaraderie, you know, meeting up early in the morning, having your little breakfast sandwich. Everybody in
Mhm.
the parking lot, the parents is pulling up. We packing into cars, getting ready to head out to like Sacramento, Oakland, somewhere,
All
Frisco.
day.
You know what I mean? To be gone all day, like to, you know what I'm saying? Play like three games or something like that, and man, and just have a ball though. Those times is priceless. Priceless.
Priceless.
So let me ask you this: you going into your after the AAU, you going to your freshman year. How was that going into your freshman year? Going to Tracy, how was that?
Um, it was definitely a lot of experience. It definitely got us ready for intense basketball games. And
Mm-hmm.
that freshman year, we went undefeated. And
Fact.
so, you know, we was, nothing was really a challenge. We knew how to hoop. We already had the teamwork, the camaraderie. We was already buddies, all in school, all every day. You remember? So it was
Yeah.
like, really that AAU experience gets you ready for that high school level because really it's really just the same game, but at the end of the day, if you haven't done it hundreds of reps, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, then
Yeah.
it's like it's
Yeah.
easy for kids when they've done it a bunch of times, and then it's like it's
Yeah.
hard.
It comes second nature to you. Absolutely. What was it like playing with Flight, and you said it was basically two opposite schools or rival schools on one team. So how was it freshman year after playing with these guys all summer? Now you come in and you getting ready to face off against who'd you have to match up against? Was it like a Ryan Aguilar or somebody or a
Man, oh man, trying to remember my boys from so back in the day.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
so many matchups. Oh my God, I feel bad. They're gonna kill me.
no, I
But that
mean,
whole West squad, like everybody was hooping, and it's like when you go, all right, we got to be buddy buddies, and then we got to go to battle. It
yeah, of
becomes a different mentality because at the end of the day, it's like that's your buddy, but you still want to make them better, and you still want to win. So it was
course,
like, I always fought with wanting to be friendly more than fierce, but it
yeah,
was like you have to do that.
yeah,
Your brothers, you're making your brothers building, you're making them better by
yeah.
building iron. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Who is your favorite player coming up?
Had to be Vince Carter. Uh,
Mm,
Vince Carter, Vince Sanity. You know, like I said, every time I stepped in a gym or came even near a basketball court, I was trying to dunk it. I was trying
period.
to jump up there, get up there, touch the backboard, all of that. And that was my guy. And then it was Kobe. And then it was Shaq and Kobe. Shaq and Kobe. I'd say Vince, Shaq, and Kobe.
So would you say you modeled your game around all three of those players or specifically Vince?
I'd say specifically, Vince and Shaq. I was a power forward. In high school,
Yeah,
your height determines exactly what you play. So I should have been a guard out there. I should have been watching
yeah,
more Kobe,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I was
Absolutely.
trying, I was trying to be down there like Shaq. So, um, but hey, he was getting it in.
No, absolutely. Let me ask you, what was that experience like? You playing against bigger guys or taller guys or whatever, and you playing a forward, small forward. You're not super tall, but you tall, but you could jump out the gym. What was that? What were you thinking when when people looking at you like this guy? He's little, or he can't guard me. What was it?
Shoot, hey, you gotta have fast feet. You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
Where you don't make it up in that height. You can't teach height, right?
No, 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 no. Absolutely, absolutely can't.
You can
Absolutely.
definitely be faster than them. You could be smarter than them. And I always, like you said, I was like, man, these guys don't think I'm going to jump over them. But
Yeah,
the first few times they're like, oh, how do you get over me? I must have been a fluke. Then they're like, okay, now I need to start boxing him out. Then it takes them out of their game because they're like, man, why am I even boxing out this little dude? But they're having to work harder in things that they don't think they should have to. So, I was always just, you got to work harder than them. At the end of the day, like you say, I mean, if you're not taller, you have to work harder.
that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. You gotta work harder than yeah. I get it. I get it. I get it. I totally get it, bro. What you prefer AAU or regular season? Or both? I don't know. This is your opinion.
If I had a choice, I would say it would be AAU because that experience where it's games that matter, but they don't really matter. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's for the love of the game. And I know the parents can kind of make it a little, different sometimes, but
Of course.
I would prefer that only because that helps you get that experience for when the games do matter,
Yeah.
at levels where they do matter.
Yeah. Yeah. What's something what's something you miss about the game?
Shoot, I miss my young legs. Shoot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried to get out there and dunk it the other day, and I was like, boy, you got to work out. We're a little older. You got to work out a little bit more
For
than you
sure.
had to when you could just wake up and be like, hey, they hooping over here. Oh, bet.
Facts. That's a fact. That's absolutely a fact. Did you have a favorite gym to play in when you was coming up? Any school that you like? Oh man, I'm about to have a good game. I like this gym. I like the court. I like the atmosphere. I love the rims. I
You
mean, it
know
could have been
what?
your own gym. It could have been Tracy. I don't know. Like I love Tracy gym, especially the main gym. Like I like that. I don't know. It's big, but it ain't too big. The rims they not bouncy. They just if you got a stroke, it's going in.
I used to love all that green and gold just being around.
Yeah,
Uh, uh, you know, but you know what? The West, I did actually like West Gym
nice.
probably the best.
So
And I didn't get to play there that often, but when I did, it was like that rival gym is like you had to step up
right,
in that place. So
right.
I would say that one was my favorite actually.
Okay. New gym. The bright lights, the crowd. Almost seemed like a college atmosphere.
Yep.
Especially your first time, couple times playing in like the West like at gym. Yeah, I totally get it.
I mean,
I
fans is really good. I used to love those guys.
yeah. What do you like about the fans? You like talking to the fans, or you like them talking to you, or what's up?
I just like their presence. Everybody they always fill the stands.
Yeah.
And I never was somebody who was talking to the fans. If there was people out there that I knew, I would talk to them or whatever. But even talking in the game, to the opponents, I was like Tim Duncan. I'm focused.
Yeah.
I have to stay in this. I got to stay in this tunnel because
Yeah.
if I don't, I'm gonna lose my fundamentals and then I'm gonna turn it over. So
What I know that our freshman team we went undefeated and we was broken up. What do you feel if we was never broken up and everybody stayed together all 4 years? What do you think would have happened that senior year?
that's state champions.
Right.
That's national champions.
That's
Because, like I said, it's what we had there. All the pieces fit. Everybody knew their roles, and everybody was playing their roles well, and everybody's roles complemented each other. And
mm,
that's what happens sometimes. The best teams fall apart for a number of reasons, and sometimes it don't have to be something crazy. It's just things happen.
yeah.
So
You're absolutely right, brother. You couldn't be more than right. Most memorable game freshman year.
let's see.
Any that stick out in your mind?
Freshman year. Oh man.
Or just playing, or just playing. It don't got to be freshman year. Just playing a game that's a memorable game that stick out in your mind.
Oh man, so many good times.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Favorite game back then? Woo! Man, you know what? No, I don't have a favorite game. What I have a favorite was the practices where we would be battling. Me and David would be going back and forth, trying to, best each other.
Yo, it's somebody out there. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know Booba. They don't.
They
They
don't
don't.
know. David Ewing, they don't know that dude.
They don't know
He
that
was
David
short in
Ewing
there.
boy. That boy's listen. David was a different breed. He was a little husky, like he was in the gym. He could shoot. He had that lefty, and he could play defense. He could get up in you.
And that hand was very fast.
Oh, no question. That little boom boom. Yeah, yeah, bro. Yeah. I miss those. Man, if somebody could bring a tape in and watch them practices, bro. We used to go at it, bro.
Like, good time, man. Shoot.
It was some intense battles in that gym. Coach Patterson, man, he was a good coach too. He allowed us to be us.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
Seems great.
You want my freshman year, something that's one of the most memorable things that I love that you did for me or for the team is
Ah!
Yeah. Listen.
Every good, yeah.
That clap. Listen, for people that don't know, we used to come out to the I got the whole world, nothing. Yeah. Listen, y'all hear that clap? We coming out, man.
A win was coming out.
Fact, we ready to go get it. It was different, bro. That energy, that excitement you brought to the game, it was different, bro. It was different. To me, you had that you had Kenyon Martin game to me. Just less mean though, with a Tim Duncan attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where it's like I'm not super tall, I'm not super, but
I'm physical.
I can battle with the best of them. And if something come off that rim, don't be surprised if I come in. Like it was a different breed, bro. I love that. I love your energy was unmatched, man. It was unmatched, bro. It was unmatched. Like, period. Like just period. Two of your best players you ever played with.
Two players I ever played with, the best I've ever played with.
To you. Just your opinion. Two great players that you just love to play with. It could be because they just, you know, you guys read each other very well, you know.
There was a guy who would shoot the ball just incredible. His name was Andre Gamage. Get in there. His name was Andre Gamage too. I always say that I thought it's y'all were cousins because he's in Southern and you're in Northern. But
really?
That man could do he could shoot the lights out. Played with him through my high school years in Southern Cal.
Okay.
And just man,
shooting
just a bucket getter. And then when I went to college, there was another buddy of mine, Ryan Axford, and he was a taller cat. And so in that group, you know, he was Kobe and I was Shaq, like I was talking about. So I would always be down in the paint. And, you know, I guess he was ahead of his time because he was shooting threes at about 6'6". You know, you get on the block, but he was out there, you know, splashing them. So, you know, that I think I would say those cats.
Okay. Two players you wish you could have played with, never had a chance to play with them. Could have been on the opposing team, or somebody you just heard of, but that was from the city that you wish you could have played with, SoCal or NorCal.
I was just talking about this the other day. Derek from West. You know, I never got a chance to play with him on an actual team. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's what I'm like, as much as we're adults now, you know, shoot, you know, where he's at, you know, I was near, but I never got a chance to get on a team. I'm like, we all need to get all of us together, Tracy Flight, and get on an adult squad and run that shit off one time.
And go crazy for the one time. Derek, okay. Listen, I had Derek on the show. I like, look, Derek got that left is, I told him nobody float through that air like him. His hang time was unmatched. That like, I don't care. He gonna make that shot every time. Come flying through the hole like. I love that about Derek game. Anybody else you would have loved to play with but never had the opportunity?
Let me see. Shoot, you know, talking about LeBron James. Since I didn't go to the league, I would have loved to play with LeBron James.
There you go. We all would have loved to play with LeBron.
Easy assists, right?
Easy. You're gonna make me look great. Yeah,
average 15 off that boy.
Of course. Best year, best season to you, from NorCal to SoCal. Best season to you.
My best season. I guess technically, it was my junior year. I made a first team all selection, all league. So, that year I had just moved down to Southern Cal. That was my junior year.
Okay.
And with a really bad team, my first couple of months. So when I moved to Hawthorne, it was like a fresh start, and we had to go through training camp for the summer. And then I got a full season with them. And it was, I definitely got some good work in. And I guess, like I said, just playing to have fun. They rewarded me. So I was like, cool.
Yeah. Who was on this starting five for your when you went to Hawthorne?
Let me see.
Or remember a couple cats that you played with that was like, oh, he was nice.
Sure. So let's see. The point guard, I had Brandon Richardson.
Okay.
My boy Contrell Johnson.
Okay.
My man Devin Jones. Shoot. God dog it. Off the top of my dome piece. Yeah, I was in there. I was on the team, right? All right. Shoot, Derek Williams. Man, I had a Justin Martin, a lot of specialist guys that season. It was like I wish we had cameras. You know how they have the GoPros and stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
Think about if that's something I wish we had a part of, back then, filming everything that we was doing. Wasn't nobody doing nothing crazy, but even during those Tracy Flight days, those, like you said, those bus rides and all that.
Yeah, of course.
Just having a camera. I know somebody's got some videos of us playing from back in the day.
Somebody got some video of us playing, but I mean, it's not like, how it is now where it's like somebody got their phone just like anything, like, hold on, wait. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is recorded, right? Like this is different.
World Star.
You know what I'm saying? Like immediately, like where it's like, like if you hear that nowadays, like, okay, it's cameras. Even if I don't see the cameras, it's cameras out.
Cameras out, it.
Be on my P's and Q's, like, period. If you could, coming out of high school, no injuries, grades is right, you're a number one prospect. Give me 2 colleges you would have loved to attend.
2 colleges I would have loved to attend. I would have loved to go into UCLA, of course.
UCLA.
Down there in Southern Cal.
Any particular reason or just because it's UCLA?
I was, from Southern Cal. I used to go to a couple of those games, and I went a couple of summers. They actually train at the facility down there, so I watched them a couple of times, and it was like in high school when you see that, it's like, okay, you can kind of see what that next level is.
Yeah.
I envisioned going there, but then I kind of got lost in there. Like, oh, if you're going there, you're going to be a doctor. I was like, man, I don't know if I like doing all this work. I don't like all this homework. So no, but it was either going to be UCLA or probably I spent 5 years in North Carolina, and they would kill me if I said Duke. So I'd say North Carolina.
Okay. All right. We'll take that. We'll take that. Like North Carolina is legit. They definitely will kill you if you said Duke. You won't be able to go back. I totally get it. I get it. All right. If you was a coach on the NBA squad and you coach the NBA squad, it's your team, who's your starting 5 of all time? Any era, anybody can be touched. Give me your starting 5 and 1 man coming off the bench.
All right. Starting. Let's see. Are we playing in today's game or are we playing in the 80s game?
Any era. You can mix it. you could do just this era, yo starting five, everybody's in their prime.
Everybody. Oh, man. All
Everybody's in
right.
their
So
prime.
we got prime Shaq.
Okay. Glad you
We
said
got prime Tim Duncan.
okay.
We'll go ahead and take prime LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna take prime Kobe.
Mm.
And that last one is going to be, it's not, they're gonna hurt me. It's not gonna be Magic though.
Okay.
That last one, it's gonna be Isaiah Thomas.
I like that. One more. I need one coming off the bench.
And you got Jamal Crawford coming off the bench because you know what he's gonna do with it.
I like that five. It's not just it's a mixture up in there. I like
They can play anywhere.
Yeah, nobody's ever been on the show and said Jamal Crawford, and the boy Handy's is.
Come on now.
I think one of the toughest. When you go into Hawthorne, who's your rival school you playing against? And give me a moment. What's the name of this rival school that you played against?
The rival school across the way is Lusinger. They're real popular. You know, they're a lot of NBA prospects come out of there.
Give me it. I know you got one. I know you got a story.
Man, you know what? I think I would say the biggest thing was we had our match during the season, and it was so intense, you know, such a rivalry. Game didn't even finish. You know, we had a couple buckets, I believe it got to the second quarter. And then, you know, people started, you know, fight started breaking out. It was just a little, you know, tussle on the court that kind of got a little too rowdy. And because it was so many people, they just, okay, called a game.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because like the buildup of the individual matchups between one of my buddy's cousins, he's a very popular, I'm trying to think of it. Oh man, I'm tripping right now. I think I'll think of it in a little bit.
Okay.
But you know, basically getting ready to be an NBA prospect. And so it became a matchup where, you know, at that point, I was like, nah, he ain't no better than me. You know, he's not better than me. But when you actually get next to somebody, you know what I mean? You're actually in the trenches with them. You can feel, oh, this dude has been putting in far more work than I've given him credit for. And a lot of those guys over there, you know what I mean? So it was like, that was a moment that it was like, okay, we really actually started hitting the gym hard because it was like, these are some hard body guys that are coming out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, this part of the segment, brother, I'm just gonna ask you questions and you just give me your opinion. There's no right or wrong answer.
All right. I got opinion.
T-Mac or Kobe?
T-Mac.
Okay. Got 3 point guards. You pick one. Steve Francis, Stephon Marbury, or Jason Williams? Who's on your squad out of these three?
So Stephon Marbury, Jason Williams,
and Jason Williams. Yup.
Jason Williams.
Oh, I like that. Okay. 96 Bulls, 01 Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, or Warriors with KD? Who wins this matchup if it was like an AAU situation?
Tournament style.
Yes. Who takes it all?
Kobe and Shaq, because there's nobody that can stop Shaq. And if deferred, there's limited they could do with Kobe, but there's an unstoppable force of Shaq that neither team could actually take over. So Lakers win that one.
Okay. Shaq and Kobe or Shaq and Penny?
No.
Yeah.
Shaq and Kobe. No, that's proven winning. That's
Okay,
championship.
all right. Tim or Garnett?
Damn. Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan.
Duncan. Okay, say no more. All right, last question. You needed 3. It's game 7. You got all these shooters in their prime. Who do you draw the play up for? Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Steph Curry, or Larry Bird?
Steph Curry, Reggie Miller,
Ray
Ray
Allen,
Allen.
or Larry Bird? You the coach. Who taking this shot?
It's gonna be Bird. He's bigger than all of them. He's taller, literally, than all of them. He'll have a cleaner shot than everybody.
I get it. I'm not going to question that. I like that choice. You right now to this day, what would you go back and tell the you that's a junior, that's about 16, 17 years old? What advice would you give yourself?
I would definitely say, get out of the video games. Why don't you learn how to make them? God damn it. Now I'd say, these are years obviously that you'll never get back. So, but you can invest this time the same as you would later in life. So don't wait, do it now.
I like that. Your top 5 of all time, including yourself. So give me 5 more guys from SoCal and from NorCal, or it might just be SoCal. But I'm talking about from high school that you would love to, that you taking these guys and you going to face anybody.
All right.
So 5 more. So you, of course, now give me 5 more other guys that you like. I'm taking these guys. We're going to.
All right. I'll go ahead and start with you, Mike. You can be the point guard.
I'll take that.
Right? The trenches.
I'm honored.
Definitely know I'm gonna get a big time bucket out of this guy when I need it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and Big Matt Winningham. Oh man, he was so good on the block.
Oh man. First Kevin Love I seen before I knew a Kevin Love.
Yo, for sure. Yo. Dude. Oh man. Let's see. I'd have my boy Dre, Andre Gamish at the 4 spot. I'd have David Ewing. I'd get him back. I gotta find out what happened with this guy.
Goddamn David Ewing.
Man, where's the tape? Where's the tapes?
Give me one and one more.
Let's see. One more player. Come on. Shoot, my boy Ryan. We did some. My boy Ryan Axford. We did intramurals together, and that was hilarious. And we actually won a couple champions. We won a championship. As a matter of fact, got close to another one. But fun times.
If you could go to any high school, if you could have picked any high school to go to, would you have picked the high schools you went to? Or would you pick somewhere else knowing the knowledge you have now? Is there anywhere else you would have?
I probably would have definitely went to Lusinger, right? To get started. Only because I didn't know that they were, getting people NBA ready. And my school was too, but there was just they had a program that had been in place for years, and we were actually just getting started that year that I came in. So it was a new program. They ended up winning divisional championships a couple the year after we graduated. So they were building that program up, going up. But if I had to start, I probably would have went there just because they already had something in place,
right?
And then going. But really, at the end of the day, as much as we know now, to spend time about like playing basketball, there's so much off-season work that could be done, and like you talk about high school, but there's more work that could have been done even outside of that high school stuff. So I think that would have been the biggest thing.
Yeah. Oh, best advice that a coach gave you that you probably still use today?
Don't trash talk if you're not good at it.
What's you got to give me this story, bro. Is
I
this something that
tried
your
to trash
coaches?
talk.
Is this something that your coaches always said, or was it like you were trying to talk trash back and it just was it? What's up?
During the summer in high school, during those summer league, games, summer league games where they don't really matter.
Yeah,
Getting back and forth with some players, and I try to trash talk. I try to, oh, you ain't nothing, and here I am making turnovers and getting myself out the game, and he easily was like, pull me to the side. Coach Rios, he pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, Jerry, you're not good at trash talking. Don't do it. Stay in
yeah,
the game." And I was like, all right, you're right, because I did feel uncomfortable I'm trying to have fun. Like,
yeah. For surely, for surely, for surely.
we fighting. I'm like, I don't even know you, bro. Like, I thought we was here to play basketball, but that intensity, you're supposed to butt heads.
Yeah. Best coach you ever played for? To you.
Best coach I had for.
And this don't mean the other coach suck.
Of
It's
course
you
it's
know what I'm
not.
saying? That's it.
I would say it was my high school and Hawthorne, Coach Rios, because that brought me to a lot of new things in basketball that I didn't know about. Like I said, some of that off-season work, we got into a lot of it, but just learning things outside the game. He also tried to help us be better men, at the time being young men.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so he was a counselor of ours too. So, we had times with him in the school as well as basketball. So it was like he was working with us on the court and off the court. So, you really have to take advantage of those things.
I got you. How was it getting that first dunk?
Incredible. You know what? I didn't even remember it. I didn't grab it.
Yeah,
I went up there, my hands weren't big enough to palm the ball back then.
yeah.
So, I jumped and the ball just was here enough and just went down, and I turned around and the game stopped. Everybody just incredible. And that's why I was like, I'm never gonna lose this. And so that's what I say. I still to this day, I'll be looking at these guys playing basketball. I'm like, man, I need to get out here and just yam one time.
Well, listen, brother. It was an honor watching you. It was a pleasure. This time is getting ready to go out. I just want to say thank you for taking the time out and being on the platform, brother. And it was an honor playing with you and watching you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. I
Hey,
appreciate it.
thank you. Hey, my boy, I appreciate you. You stay up. Be blessed, my boy.
Bless, my brother. Thank you so much. Smoots. Tap in, my
Hey.
boy.
All right, good looking out. See you.